Hey guys, this is another video about product concepts. So there are four concepts that I'm gonna cover. The first one is about when you're trying to decide how much to invest in a particular feature, um, and whether you should optimize for quality or whether you should optimize for speed, how you should really think about it. So a very simple framework is that if your confidence in the problem that this is the right problem to solve is low, and if your confidence in the problem is low, definitely you know most likely your confidence in what the solution will be for that problem will also be low. And in such cases, try to optimize for speed. Don't invest a lot in developing the feature and making it the most well-designed feature, or something which is definitely going to delight the users and things like that. So try to test it out whether this is the right problem to solve or not. The second, uh, type of situation you face is when your confidence in problem is high, but you don't know what's the right solution, whether this is the right solution, X is right the solution, or whether you should try to kind of build a mobile solution, or you try to kind of create a web page or things like that. So in those cases as well, try to optimize for speed. Don't invest a lot in developing the feature, and try to test it out whether you to gain more confidence in the solution. And the third one is the situation when you know this is the right problem to solve, you have already tested it, you already got enough insights and data from different sources, and you know that this particular problem is worth solving and will move your North Star metric or whatever is the important business outcome that you're trying to drive. And your confidence in solution is also very high. You know that this is the kind of sure way of moving ahead. If you approach the problem in solving in this way, this will definitely move the metric, and all the success kind of metrics will be met. So in those cases, try to optimize for quality. Don't look at speed, and try to make sure that your solution is as elegant as possible. So it's a very simple framework, but I have found it very effective. The second one is about this framework called TARS or TARS. And the idea here is that when you're trying to launch a particular feature, you try to evaluate what will be the size of target audience, and what will be what are the active users out of that target audience. So that corresponds to A in the acronym TA. The third one is R, which is about retention, or which is about how many of those active users are repetitively using your feature. And the last one is S, which is about satisfied users. So how many users of that target audience are satisfied. Try to plot it and see that what's the conversion factor in each case when you're going from target audience to active to retention and to satisfied users. And you can also try to calculate ST score, which is like number of satisfied users upon target users, and this will give you an idea about number of kind of features that you have launched, and how many of them are people are satisfied, and what's the ST score. And this ST score will help you compare certain features and their success. And you can also plot it on x-axis. You can put strategic importance, which is like low to high, and on y-axis you can put ST scores from low to high, and try to put a 2 by 2, where anything which is at the top right is something which is your core feature. Strategically it's important, and you have managed to keep the ST score also high, and you're doing pretty well, and you understand that these are the features where you need to keep investing. And then on the left side, you consider over performing features where ST score is high, but strategically they are not very important. And at the bottom right, you'll find liability features where the strategic importance is very high, but ST score is low. So these are like features that you should definitely go after and try to kind of improve them. And then at the bottom left are those kind of features which is like essentially kind of those kind of features where the ST score is also low and strategic importance is also low. So you try to kind of see that what should you should really do about them. Maybe you should always keep them in the backlog, and probably you might never like to kind of look at them. Third concept that I want to talk about is key failure indicator. So there are a lot of times when you try to launch a feature, and there are some negative consequences that might happen, and which is not kind of it was not planned initially. So key failure indicator essentially is the idea that it's important to kind of have some KPIs, which is like key performance indicators, but it's also kind of look at the downside of it, look at the negative side of it, that there should be some kind of condition in terms of failure which should not be met. So for example, when you're trying to grow number of signups, make sure that the conversion rates don't go below than you expect. Another kind of example is that when you're trying to kind of increase the adoption of a particular feature, make sure that it doesn't end up in creating a lot of support tickets. So that's like key failure indicator. I haven't seen many people kind of using it, but you might not like to keep it as as your key metrics, but it's important to keep it in the back of your mind that what could be some warning signs, and you should be kind of aware of it, and you should try to make sure that you are tracking it. The fourth concept is about maintaining a decision log. I have found it very effective, especially when you are working with a group of stakeholders, and there are a lot of decisions that you are making, and they have to happen over a period of time. A simple format, a template of decision log could be that: write the situation, write the question which is being decided, and then write the outcome, which was really kind of came out, and then what was the final outcome, and then also write the name of the stakeholders who were involved in making that decision, and definitely put the date as well. So these are four kind of concepts. Quickly, I will also leave you with the idea of calculating satisfaction score. So especially for kind of user journey or onboarding journey, people try to calculate customer effort score. So how much effort a customer has to make to kind of be onboarded on your product or service. So yeah, that's pretty much for today.